Welcome to Quietly Quirky Me. I'm Mary. Now, I started crocheting last year, which initially made my children laugh because they thought that's an old lady thing to do. You're just silly, Mum. And then they started to take notice and wanted to learn a little bit themselves. And then as I started making some blankets, some of them started claiming them, but I don't know what I'm doing. I learn from some tutorials. Some of it I make up as I go. So sometimes weird things happen and sometimes things work out. So I'll show you one of the first blankets that I've done. And I'm happy with the colors. I'm happy with most of it. It just didn't quite go as planned. Let me show you why. All right, so this is it. The colors are gorgeous. They're like a bubble rainbow. You know how bubbles are a little bit muted when they're a bit rainbowy? They're not the bright, vibrant thing we often think of with a rainbow. And this is how it's turned out. So I started the center square like this way and then put corners onto the side to turn it so that the center would be a diamond. However, I might have miscounted the stitches because that then made the edges ruffle somewhat. And so it's ended up a little bit ruffly around the edges, which has now become a feature. So I don't overly mind it, but it's not what I intended, and I don't know if I can figure out how to do it again. And so my daughter's claimed this one, and I'm pretty sure it'll fit fine onto her bed. I'll have to test it. I didn't actually check. I just kind of kept going until I ran out of yarn. But considering it's taller than me, it should be fine. She's shorter than I am, so it'll cover her. But that's the first one that I started, second to complete. When I'm doing a project or a craft, I often will get distracted by another one. And the other one that I did is this one. Caught a bit of footage of its beginning and its progress. I may have bought a little bit of yarn, just a little. I found this on sale and I couldn't resist trying to make a blanket out of it. And it's a nice thick polyester yarn. It's fluffy and I'm hoping it'll make a nice heavy blanket. I found it at Spotlight on sale and I really want to make a blanket out of this. This is the first time I'm working with this kind of yarn and I'm interested to see how it goes because I just haven't used something this thick before. I usually just stick to the 8-ply just for squares to make blankets instead of doing a whole blanket out of this really thick stuff. I'll come back when I've made a bit of progress to show you the plan and then I'll show you when I'm all done. But this is all very new to me. So those of you that have been crocheting for years, I know this is very basic, but it's exciting for me because I like to learn new crafts and have new artistic outlets. And this is my newest one. I hope you enjoy. All right, this is where I'm up to so far. I've used a full ball of that yarn that I showed you for each of these colours and just used it till the end of the row and then done 3 rows of the white to kind of break each one up. And it's already fairly heavy, so it's going to be a little bit like a weighted blanket, but I'm really happy about it. I've been doing it on and off for a few weeks, rotating between other different projects. I need a good thick hook for it, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's just a single crochet, back then forth and back and forth, but it goes really quickly because the yarn is so thick. But here's my blanket so far. I will show it to you when it is done. So now I've finished it and I'm pretty happy with it. It's turned out quite well. Let me show you. All right, so this is that blanket completed. It is a lot longer than the other one and it is quite heavy. But Each of the thick ones was just that one ball of yarn, and then with 3 rows of white in between, and I just kept going until it got to a length that I was happy with. And one of my sons have claimed this one because he really likes a heavy weighted blanket, and this is heavy. It's beautiful and soft. It's the same on both sides. It doesn't matter which side he uses. They've both pretty much come at the same time, because as I stitch, I go one way, turn it, and go the other way. And so it doesn't actually have a front or a back. But it is a beautiful, warm, heavy blanket. And despite not knowing what I'm doing, I think this one turned out a lot better than the other one, and was actually a lot faster to make, because the other one took me a good 5 months or so. And I think this one only took me maybe a month of doing it on and off amongst my other projects that I switch and change amongst. But it turned out quite good for a beginner. So I'm going to have to try some more, because I have 3 more kids that want blankets. So I'm just going to have to buy more wool, I think. 3 more wanting them. That's 3 more blankets. A lot more yarn, but I'll come up with some sort of idea for theirs as well. I hope you've enjoyed just seeing the projects that I've been working on. And for more projects and other videos, you can check out my channel. And I hope to see you there.